It's 12 o'clock. Here is the midday news. First, the top stories. Ogun acquires 150 million naira agricultural equipment to boost food production. South and Southeast governors warn against issuance of quick notices. Commission worried over Nigeria's recent pilgrims absconding in Israel. Open drug markets to be shut down latest December 31, 2018. In foreign, Trump unveils proposal to start the clampdown on illegal immigrants, and 12 children died in capsized boat off Bangladesh coast. Good afternoon, I am Chienye Egwuonwu, bringing you the news in details shortly. Ogun State government, in collaboration with the Presidency and the World Bank, have acquired some agricultural equipment under the Third National Fadama Development Project to increase food production in the state. The over 150 million naira equipment include a mini rice combined harvester, 4 tractors, and implements. The State Agriculture Commission, Mrs. Adepeju Adibaju, made this known while commissioning the first Fadama agricultural equipment at the hiring center at Okieri in the Ijebu Northeast local government area. The commissioner, represented by the ministry's permanent secretary, Mr. Steve Ikwiniwa, says the facilities are being replicated at Shamojo in the Yewa North local government area and will be commissioned soon. The commissioner says the equipment, if well managed, will contribute to the agricultural transformation of the state, thereby ensuring food security and industrialization of the state. Also, the acting state project coordinator, Engineer Matthew Adebayo, appreciates the state government for paying its counterpart fund for the purchase of the equipment. The Abeokuta branch of the Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, has backed the creation of special courts for corruption cases in each of the 36 states, proposed by Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Walter Onohe. The NBA branch chairman, Ibrahim Atonda, who made the call in an interview with Rock City FM, says the initiative by the Nigeria's Chief Judge will fast-track the trial of corruption and financial crimes cases. Atonda, however, explains that Ogun State Chief Judge, Justice Olatokunbo Olopade, had designated 2 courts at the Abeokuta High Court to handle such cases even before the directive of Nigeria's Chief Justice. He asked the appeal courts to complement the directive of Nigeria's Chief Justice by ensuring that cases referred to them from the special corruption courts are quickly disposed of to avoid unnecessary delays. Already, the Chief Judge of Federal High Court has redeployed 2 federal high courts from Port Harcourt Division to the Abeokuta Division to handle corruption cases pending in the state. The 2 federal high court judges are expected to resume at the Federal High Court at Abeokuta October 23rd. The Southeast and South state governors have warned against the issuance of quick notice by any group to indigents of any section of the country in the future. The governors at a joint meeting in Owerri thanked Nigerian leaders for ensuring that the October 1 quick notice, which was issued by Arewa youth groups to Ndigo, did not materialize. Chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum, Emmanuel Udom, addressing newsmen after the meeting, says such a quick notice from any section of the country will no longer be tolerated. They condemn the agitations for the breakup of the country, but say they are largely influenced by injustice. Governor Rocha Zukorocha is excited over the meeting, saying it had broken the jinx of disunity between the 2 regions. Governor Nasir El-Rufai of Kaduna State says the APC leadership in the Northwest region will support President Muhammadu Buhari for a second term in office in 2019. The governor made this known in Kaduna at a town hall meeting on the proposed 2018 budget of Kaduna State government. He asked Nigerians to continue praying for the president's health to continue his good work. Good luck. Governor El-Rufai was the first APC governor to announce that some APC governors are mobilizing support to convince Buhari to seek re-election come 2019. Nigeria Christian Pilgrims Commission has expressed concern over the increasing number of Nigeria's pilgrims who apply for the Holy Pilgrimage to Jerusalem with the aim of absconding during the exercise. The Commission's Executive Secretary, Reverend Tor Uja, expressed his concern in an interview with Rock City FM after paying a courtesy call on Governor Bukola Amosun at the Governor's office at Belkuta. The Commission, according to him, is currently battling with several of such cases. The Executive Secretary asked churches to take up the responsibility of sponsoring intending pilgrims for the pilgrimage, as federal and state governments are gradually ending sponsorship due to the economic issues. Reverend Uja says the country needs more spiritual restructuring and mental shifts to overcome the ongoing agitations in the country. An estimated 4,251 Nigerian immigrants were deported from Europe, the US, and some African countries between January and June this year through the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos. Interior Ministry, in a report, says most of them were deported from Libya on their way to Europe. 2,030 of them were repatriated from Europe and South Africa. Also, 691,934 travelers departed the country through the airport during the period. They include 519,215 Nigerians and 179,739 foreigners. 550,988 travelers also arrived to Nigeria through the airport, including 392,237 Nigerians and 158,751 foreigners. Security operatives have launched a manhunt for two convicts who escaped from the Enugu prison last Friday. Spokesman of Nigeria Prison Service, Emeka Monday, gives the names of the escaping convicts as Lucky Sama and Balogun Joseph. He says the state prison comptroller, B. Ogbodu, had deployed prison intelligence units and the search party to track down the convicts. Monday, who denies that there was a jailbreak, explains that the convicts escaped by 11 p.m. last Friday. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) has destroyed a 60.8 hectare of Indian hemp farm at Ikeji, Arakeji in Osun State. The state NDLEA sector commander Samuel Ebiola, who announces the exercise to newsmen in Osogbo, says the hemp farm was discovered last Thursday following a tip-off from members of the public. The NDLEA commander also explains that 10 bags of harvested Indian hemp weighing 107.4 kilograms was also impounded during the exercise. 2 persons found in the farm, according to the commander, were arrested. Last September 28, NDLEA also destroyed a 16.8 hectare of hemp farm in Ikoyi, also in the state. You're still listening to the national news on Rock City 101.9 FM. Up next, we bring you business and sports news. Please do stay with us. Now in foreign, the White House has tied any new deal on young undocumented immigrants to a clampdown on illegal immigration, including a border wall with Mexico. U.S. President Donald Trump is asking for funding for the wall, speedier deportations, and hiring of thousands of new immigration officials. Last month, he ended the Obama-era Dreamer program, which had protected some 690,000 immigrants. Leading Democrats in Congress have rejected the latest proposals. They accused Mr. Trump of backtracking on a commitment not to include the border wall in negotiations over the status of young immigrants who are mostly from Mexico and other Latin American countries. The Dreamers are young people who were brought to the U.S. illegally as children and as such faced deportation. Under Mr. Obama's policy, they were able to apply for work and study permits, but critics said the scheme amounted to an amnesty for illegal immigrants. Turkey and the US have become embroiled in a consular row, mutually suspending most visa services. The Turkish embassy in Washington said it needed to reassess the US government's commitment to the security of the mission and personnel. A very similar treatment was earlier made by the U.S. Embassy in Ankara. This comes after a U.S. consulate worker in Istanbul was held last week on suspicion of links to a cleric blamed for last year's failed coup in Turkey. Washington condemned the move as baseless and damaging to bilateral relations, while the arrested consulate employee was a male Turkish citizen. Ankara has for months been pressing Washington to extradite the US-based cleric Fethullah Gulen over his alleged role in the coup attempt in July 2016. At least 12 people have died after a boat packed with Rohingya Muslims fleeing violence in Myanmar capsized near Bangladesh. Several people are missing after the incident in the Naf River late on Sunday. It is thought up to 100 people, including children, were on board. A rescue operation is now underway. Dozens of Rohingya have already died trying to cross into neighboring Bangladesh amid a military crackdown in Myanmar's Rakhine state. The exact number of people on board the boats which capsized on Sunday remains unclear, with Bangladesh border guard officials giving estimates varying from 40 to up to 100. Now in business, all the open drug markets in the country are to be shut down latest by December 31, 2018, as part of moves to check the influx of fake pharmaceutical products into Nigeria. They will be replaced by mega wholesale state centers. The first set of the proposed drug wholesale centers will become operational as from January 1, 2019 in Lagos, Onitsha, Aba, and Kano. Health Minister Professor Isaac Adewale made this known in Lagos at a stakeholders workshop which was organized by the National Agency for Food and Drug and Administration and Control, NAFDAC. The minister explains that the proposed mega wholesale centers will enable sourcing of drugs directly from manufacturers and importers. Finally in the news, sports news. Akwa United are through to the final of 2017 ITO Cup after they defeated Sunshine Stars by 3-1, 3-2 on aggregate at the Godswill Aquaview International Stadium on Sunday. Cyril Olisema, Christian Kuyabara, and Ifani Ifai scored the goals which guaranteed the Promise Keepers a place in this year's final, despite Saseri Franklin's away goal for the visitors. The goal ensured Akwa United were through to the final, where they will play Niger Tornadoes at the Agege Stadium come October 15. That was the midday news, and just before we go, the major stories once again. Ogun acquired 150 million naira agricultural equipment to boost food production. South and Southeast governors warned against issuance of quit notices. Commission worried over Nigeria's Christian pilgrims absconding in Israel. Open drug markets to be shut down nationwide latest December 31, 2018. While in foreign, we also told you that Trump unveils proposal to stop the clampdown on illegal immigrants. 12 children died in capsized boat off the Bangladesh coast. For more stories and to listen to us live, please log on to our website www.rockcityfmradio.com/live. Thank you very much for listening. I am Chienye. Good afternoon.